Hi guys, welcome back. Are you guys ready to build our pillow fort?
Yes.
Okay, so we have chairs, we have pillows, we have blankets, we have snacks, TV, and friends. So let's start. Okay. So what do you think, ladies? Do you like our pillow fort?
So much fun.
I think this is gonna be very fun.
Right?
So we built our pillow fort. What else should we do?
Well, usually you tell stories.
That's right, we tell campfire stories. Do you guys want to hear some campfire stories? Do you guys know any?
I know some, but they're a little scary. Oh, really?
I think they can handle it. What do you
All right,
think?
do y'all think y'all can handle it?
Yes, let's start. Who wants to go first?
Oh, I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you know, I'm from Louisiana, in the southern part of the US. So you know in Louisiana, we have a lot of swamps called bayous.
Oh.
Now, these are beautiful places and they're great for fishing, but there's also a lot of animals in there. If you're out in the bayou at night, you can hear all kinds of sounds. Frogs and cicadas and birds. But sometimes, if you're out in the bayou, especially if you're alone, everything will go quiet. All the animals will stop making noise. And that's how you know the rougarou is hunting.
The rougarou. Oh, that's fun to say. Can you say it with us? Rougarou.
Rougarou.
What is that?
Yeah.
All right, it's not as fun as it sounds.
Uh-oh.
The rougarou is half man, half wolf. It's a bit like a werewolf, but it's not controlled by the moon.
Oh, okay.
Now, the story I heard as a child was about a boy who was out one day fishing in the bayou. He's out alone, and suddenly the swamp goes quiet. Now, the boy's been living near the bayou his whole life. He knows this story, and he knows that something is wrong. He has to get out of that bayou as quickly as he can. He starts to head to home, very quick, not looking behind him. But eventually he can't help it. He turns around, and there, looking at him in the dark, with glowing red eyes, is the rougarou. The boy runs. He runs and doesn't stop running until he gets home. He got away. But you don't get away from the rougarou that easily. You see, once you look the rougarou in the eyes, you may never tell anyone about it.
Uh-oh.
If not, the curse that the rougarou is under will pass on to you.
So you can't even tell your mom?
No one.
Uh-oh.
Or you'll become a rougarou too. The boy knows this. He knows the story, but he can't help it. It was so scary. Eventually, he has to tell someone.
Uh-oh.
He tells his best friend. The friend doesn't believe him, of course. That's just an old story, something the adults tell you to make you be careful. But then something starts to happen. The boy starts feeling tired early. He's going to bed early every night. But when he wakes up, it's like he hasn't slept at all. Night after night, till one day his mother comes in, furious with him. She is angry. She wants to know where he is going at night. He hasn't been home at night.
Uh-oh.
He tells her he doesn't know. He stayed in bed. He was asleep. That night, it happens again. When the mother comes in the morning, the boy isn't back this time. She doesn't know where he is. Eventually, she decides she's going to go look for him in the bayou. Maybe he just went out. The mother doesn't come back either. Next, his father goes, and he doesn't come back. One by one, people go into the swamp looking for them, and no one returns.
Oh no.
Eventually, his friend has to say something. It was just a story, but he has to tell. But once he tells, all the adults look at each other. They know what's happened, and they know that the people who went into the swamp are never coming back. And that's the story of the Rougarou. I've got goosebumps.
I'm never going to the bayou. Never, ever. Okay, I have one. Mine is a little scary too. No. Mine's a little bit scary. Okay, mine is from where I'm from. I'm from Chicago, in the middle of the USA. So my story is about a woman. Her name, Resurrection Mary. Dun, dun, dun. So, Resurrection Mary is said to look like this.
Oh, she doesn't look too scary. Yeah.
Oh, is that what you think? Oh. Just you wait. So, the story goes, in 1939, a young woman named Mary was out one night. She's a beautiful blonde-haired woman with a white dress. And a man named Jerry Paulus saw her on the street. She was hitchhiking. Do you know what hitchhiking is? Hitchhiking is when you get a ride from a stranger. Usually people use their thumb to signal that they want a ride. And then someone will stop and pick you up. But hitchhiking is very dangerous. So you should never, ever do that because...
What if it's a bad person?
Right. What else? What if
you could get kidnapped?
Yeah, they could kidnap you. So never ever take a ride from strangers, okay? Okay, so the woman named Mary gets in the car with the man named Jerry. This is in 1939, so it's a long, long, long time ago, right? So Mary gets in the car and she tells Jerry where to go. So they turn left and they turn right. And then they turn left again until they get to a street called Archer Street. So Archer Street used to be this very famous street where this really scary cemetery is.
A cemetery?
Yes, a cemetery. Do you know what a cemetery is? A cemetery is where a lot of people go to bury their dead loved ones. They dig the dirt up, put the person in there, and put the dirt back on top. A lot of people are scared of cemeteries because they can be really scary at night. So they go left, and they go right, and they go right again, and then left. And then they're in front of Resurrection Cemetery. Dun, dun, dun. So Resurrection Mary says, oh, you can drop me off right here. So Resurrection Mary gets out, and Jerry says, are you sure that you want to go to the cemetery at night?
Why would you go there at night?
Exactly. So Jerry is confused, and he says, miss, are you certain that you want to go to the cemetery? Mary, she is certain that she wants to go to the cemetery. She's like, yes, it's okay to drop me off. She gets out of the car, and they said she dances around and twirls around like this, very happy. And then Jerry turns around to get out to help her out of her side of the car. But then he turns around, and Mary is walking up to the gate of the cemetery. He's like, miss. And before she could get to the gate, she vanishes.
What? What happened to her?
No one knows. But this is one very, very popular story in Chicago. We have a lot of ghost stories, but this one about Resurrection Mary has been told for over 80 years in Chicago. So it's very popular, and some people believe that Resurrection Mary was a real person and not just a story.
Oh no.
I know. So be careful if you go to the cemetery at night.
I will not go.
The end. Do you have one, Barbara?
It's not a ghost story.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
This is a safe campfire.
I don't like ghost stories. So I live in South Africa.
Okay.
All right. And we have a lot of dangerous animals.
Okay.
So people will joke and say, oh, you must only see wild animals on the streets. And I think to myself, no, we don't. But actually, that's true. We do see a lot of wild animals.
Oh no, that sounds really scary.
Yeah.
What kind of animals?
Yeah.
Well, in our dams and rivers, we have a lot of hippos.
Wow.
At nighttime, you can hear them. They are actually really dangerous and very fast.
Yeah.
They have really big teeth.
Yeah.
What do
Yes.
they eat?
Fish?
Fish mostly?
Yeah, fish. But stay out of their way. We also have some lions. The lions you would usually find in fenced-off parks and not out on the street. But I've heard some stories of lions escaping. Be careful.
Oh no.
And then also we have a lot of crocodiles in rivers, in dams. So you cannot go swim in any rivers or dams.
Oh my gosh.
Unless you want to lose a limb.
Oh no.
And then some elephants. So when you go to the Kruger Park, stay in your car, do not get out.
They
I
don't
won't.
look very scary.
That's what you think. When they're angry, stay out of their way.
Oh my gosh.
Baboons. At my old school I used to work at, we actually saw some baboons. And they are really dangerous and really big teeth. So we would tell the students, please don't go onto the playground.
They can't even go to the playground?
They're that close to the
Oh
school.
no.
And then we found one of these, let me just go back, in front of our gate.
That is so big.
Let me tell you, that was a scary day.
I would never go outside in South Africa.
And then also the rhino,
Oh, it's cute.
but dangerous.
Yes.
Stay out of its way.
Can they run very fast?
They can run fast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe
And they're
faster
really
than
big.
me. That's very scary. Oh no.
Oh, no.
And then we have these guys, little South African monkeys.
Oh, that one's cute.
They will come into your house and they can steal your fruits.
Into my house.
They steal from you.
Oh my gosh. Cute but dangerous.
Criminals.
Yeah, criminals. You can say that again. Okay, so usually people will go to campsites in the Kruger Park.
Okay.
So here you can see an example of the Kruger Park. So animals are not in cages. So
They
be
are
careful.
really close to those lions.
Yeah. And that's a lot of lions.
Yeah.
What if they're hungry?
Yeah, the lions are looking at the car like, meat? Yes.
They sure are. So this is my story.
Okay.
All right.
We went camping one summer, and my parents told me we were going to stay in a campsite, but it's not fenced off. So what this means is there's no fence around the campsite. So this is what my parents told me. So that night we went to bed, and I heard something.
You said this is not a scary story.
It was lions.
Lions?
Yeah. So in my mind, I was like, these lions must be next to the tent.
Oh no.
I couldn't sleep all night. I just covered my head with my covers.
I would do the same.
I was so tired the next morning. I came out of the tent and I told my parents, and they said, don't be silly. The campsite is fenced off. What?
I was so scared.
I would be scared too, because...
What if lions climb the fence?
Yeah! What if the monkeys climb the fence?
They could probably do that. What if monkeys open the fence?
Or the python.
Oh no.
What if the elephant just stepped on the fence? Oh no, I can't.
So
I cannot.
Do you guys want to come visit me in South Africa?
Can you just send me pictures?
Maybe we could stay in the city.
Yeah.
Sure, that might be safer.
I had so much fun camping with you guys today. We have our beautiful tent over here with our fairy lights. If you want a bigger tent, you can make a bigger tent. But if not, your pillow fort is also great to make. So we have our snacks, we have our friends. Speaking of snacks, what do you guys normally eat when you go camping?
In South Africa, we like to barbecue.
Oh, what do you barbecue?
Lots of meat. Yeah. Sometimes people will go hunting and then barbecue the meat that they hunted for. Yeah. And then in the morning time, we like to wake up really early to see the sunrise. And then we will also have some coffee and some cookies.
That sounds yummy.
It is.
That sounds fun. Maybe no pythons or rhinos or anything will bother you while you drink your tea.
Can't promise anything.
What about you, Destiny?
Oh, well, we like to barbecue too when we're camping.
Okay.
Now, my family normally goes camping on the beach.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
So you can go fishing.
Right.
But sometimes my dad can take us up into the mountains instead. You have to be really careful about what you cook up there.
Oh, why?
Because there are black bears that live in the mountains. And if they smell you cooking, they can come to your campsite. They're not usually dangerous to people.
Okay.
They don't attack you. But if you're too close to them,
oh no,
you don't want to be that close.
So no Louisiana for me, no South Africa for me. I'm too afraid.
The black bears are actually in Tennessee where we would go camping.
Uh-oh, scratch that. No Tennessee for me. Is that all?
Well, we always eat s'mores.
Oh yeah, s'mores is all over the U.S. We have them almost every country. I mean, every city in a country will make s'mores.
Now I know how to make s'mores. So next time we go camping, I can show my family how to make them.
I hope they like them.
What did you say we need again for s'mores?
S'mores, we need some type of cookie, marshmallows, chocolate, and another cookie. Make sure you use a fire to melt your marshmallow and to make it really soft. And then you squeeze it in the middle, and then you can eat it.
They're really delicious.
Well, you know, I'm from Chicago, and when we go camping in that area, we have a lot of campgrounds, actually, and a lot of forest preserves. So forest preserves are special places where a lot of trees and wildlife live because you cannot chop down the trees. It's a protected place. So they have a special place in the forest preserve or campground where you can go camping. So you can set up your tent, or you can pull in your RV, or you can set up your truck. All these things are okay for you to sleep in the forest preserve or the campground. Because we're in the Midwest, we have a very large lake called Lake Michigan. So Lake Michigan is very big, and a lot of people go fishing in Lake Michigan. And if you want to, while you're camping, you can go fishing, or you can buy fish at the market if you don't want to go fishing. And you can bring the fish back, and you can make a campfire like this, and then you can roast your fish or your sausages, or you can also roast marshmallows or vegetables if you want to. After this, you can eat them. You can make a whole plate of different kinds of snacks and food, and then we sit around the campfire like we did earlier, and we tell stories, and we eat snacks, and we get ready for bed. So we are safe, and we can camp, and we are healthy, So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have fun camping at home. Bye.
Goodbye.